So in today's episode, we are going to be doing a project about jewelry organization. A lot of time we love to get ready and then we are looking for a jewelry and then we realize that the particular piece that we are looking for, we have to open all the boxes to find where it is. So we are going to come up with a easy 5 project for 5 different sets of jewelry: earring, bracelet, brooches, pins, and our necklaces and earrings. So we are the Kapoors. Let's get creating with the Kapoors. We are Jairaj Production, JP, Ritu, Anisha, and Jeet. So we're going to start with the first project. Especially after this holiday season, we get these beautiful chocolate boxes. So we are going to be using those boxes, and if you have any boxes at home, you can use those too. I'm going to be using a range of boxes: chocolate boxes, shoe boxes, socks boxes, different kind of boxes. So let's get started with the first project. So for the first project or the first DIY, we are going to make this beautiful pin boxes or the brooch box, because a lot of time when we are looking for a pin, we are like, okay, how many pins do I have and where do I look for it? So for this project or this DIY, what we need is, got some of these foam papers. Okay, this is, I really love to use with this. It's very easy to use. And I had this, chocolate box that I got. Okay, so I'm going to be using this tray and using this foam paper. I'm going to first measure, okay, how much I need, and I'm going to cut it out. So I have a scissor right here. I'm going to make a point here and I'm going to make a point here. Okay, and if you want to be perfect, you can get a ruler and you can cut it out. I'm just going to eyeball it. So if you see this tray, it fits in perfectly. So now to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my pins and I'm going to open it up. And then this is why I like to use a foam paper, because it's very easy. I'm just going to pin it up on my foam paper, and voila, my first one is done. So what I did is I pinned all the brooches on this foam paper, and see how pretty it looks, and it's so easy to find out which pin you want to use it. And then I'm going to put it back in the box, and guess what, my brooch box is ready to be put in the drawer. Now what you can do is you can leave it as it is if you don't mind, or you can decorate this paper using a contact paper, or you can get gift wrapping paper, or nowadays you get these beautiful sheets. You can use one of them to decorate it so it looks pretty, and you get these amazing tapes that you can use for decorating them too. So your choice, whichever way you like it. You can decorate your box, you can paint it, go as per your choices. So with that, we are done with the first project. Hope you enjoy making it. We'll go to the next one now. So for the second project or the second DIY, we are going to make the earring box. Okay, this display right here. So for that, what we need is I had this chocolate box that I got. I cleaned the box, and then I used that foam paper to cut it out to size. And this is actually really easy. So all you got to do is you put your earrings on it, and that's the reason I like to use this foam paper. And guess what, you can now start putting your display, all your earrings on display. So let me just show you a few of the boxes that I already made. Okay, this is one of them, and it's so easy to put it in my drawer, and it is so easy for me to pick up a earring whenever I'm looking for. Another one that I did is this one. Okay, these are for all my little earrings. Okay, another one that is work in progress. Okay, so as and when you buy new earrings, you can just keep putting those sheets, and I put a couple of these sheets here so that it's easier. Now if you don't want to use these sheets, you can also, like in this box, if you see, I got the foam paper. Okay, like some people like to use a foam paper because it's easy to put the earring out there. So it is your choice whether you want to use foam paper, foam board, or a foam sheet. Okay, So with that, over to the next project. So the third project is going to be really easy and really simple, and it's our favorite is the necklaces. So if you see, this one is the easiest to make, and at a glance you can pick your necklace. So for this, all you need is a foam paper or a foam board, and you need a push pin. All you got to do is put a push pin here, take your necklace, and voila, you hang it here. So if you see this one, I completed it. In one sheet you can have at least 7-8 necklaces, you know. So enjoy. So for the fourth project or the fourth DIY, we are going to make a bracelet or a bangle box. This one is very simple. You know, you can get shoe boxes, okay, or you can get a wooden tray like this, or you can get a box like this. It's up to you, okay, you can choose. So let me just show you how I made it. Okay, so in this shoe box, if you see, I have 2 rows of bracelets, okay, because this was a little bit bigger shoe box. This was a smaller slipper box. In this I have 1 tray, and then I had this box. In this also I have 1 row of bracelets. Okay, so for creating this, it's very simple. All you need is, you can either get a foam roller like this, or you can use one of your kitchen towels paper when it is over, or like what I like to do, you know, like I like to use the foam paper. It's very easy. So with that, what I did was, I took this foam paper and I started rolling it out. But before doing that, you have to measure. Okay, so I'm going to measure for this box and show you. Okay, and I'm going to put a little marking, and I'm going to cut this paper out. So I just cut this on the size of this tray, and then what I did is I started rolling it. Now you got to make sure that it is cut the proper size, because once you're done with that, I take a paper clip. You can take a hot glue gun also, but this is so much easier. I take a paper clip and I clip it together. Okay, and then I take another paper clip and I clip the other 2 ends like this. This way you don't have to wait for any drying time. And the reason you want to cut it the exact size, so that the box is going to stay, and this thing is going to stay in the box, and you don't have to glue it or anything. It's going to stay in place. So all you have to do now is, you start putting your bracelet or your watches in it, and you put it in the box, and your bracelet box is ready. So I have used a shoe box, I have used this little chocolate box, I've used this you know, muffin making box, and then you can decorate it the way you want it. You know, this one didn't look bad by itself, so I left it like that. This one I put a contact paper. This one I'm going to put gift wrapping paper, and this one, for this one I made a painting, so I'm going to cut this painting out and I'm going to put it out here. So enjoy crafting. So for the last and the 5th project or DIY for this episode, you know, we all love rings, so we're going to make a ring box. So there are 2 kinds of ring display that I have made. This one I have made it like this, a ring box, and the second one I used a shoe box, and I made it just like how I had made the bracelet. I used the same technique and I made the ring box. Okay, so this one I didn't have to decorate it because it looks so pretty, and this was again one of the chocolate boxes that I used. So let's get making. So for this, what you do is, you got to first take the size of this box, and then you cut out a rectangle shape like this, okay, half of this box size. And then what you want to do is, you are going to start rolling it. Okay, so I'm going to start rolling it. Okay, now you can hot glue it, okay, if you prefer that, but I prefer the easy method. Okay, so I'm going to just take my paper clip and I'm going to pin both the sides. So what I did is, I prepared these rolls and I made it in 2 colors, okay, so that it's easy for me to see. And then you take them, and once you've cut the square of that shape, you take it and you start using the paper clip and you start clipping this together too. Again, you can use hot glue gun, you can use glue, it's up to you. And if somebody is adventurous, they can even stitch it up. Okay, that's not one of my talents yet, maybe in the future, but right now this is the easy way out. And then you put all the layers, all the sheets together, and then you put it inside the box, and you can start putting your rings in those, and your display for the rings is ready. And this one was the same technique as the bracelet that we used. We made the rollers of the size of the box and just put the rollers, it fits in the box, and then start putting your rings. Okay, this is for the bigger rings, because the bigger rings will not fit in this kind of display. You need a roller like this. So with this, we are done with the 5th project. So for this, we are done for today's episode. Stay tuned for more projects and more DIYs coming. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. So stay tuned for more projects coming up. Over and out.